Hmm. All right, you guys, it's your girl Mahogany Roots here, and I'm back at you again. Let's see. Can you guys? Okay, it looks like I see my bubble bouncing. Okay. All right, you guys, so it's your girl Mahogany Roots here, and I'm back at you again with another video. This is very, very, very random, very unsuspected, even for myself. But as you guys know, as I get the spirit, as I get the inclination, just the feeling that I need to speak about something, that's when I go live and I speak about it. Um, I heard about the story, I think yesterday. I saw a news clip about the young lady, Shanquella. Okay, Robinson. I posted a little something. I don't even know. I'm not even sure. I hope that I have a decent picture of her. Um, I'm gonna start it off with her because that's what prompted me to talk to you guys about what I'm about to talk to you about. I didn't want one thing. If you guys been watching me a while, y'all know I don't like to do anything before I research it first. I do not like to talk about a subject before I know what the heck I'm talking about. I have not watched anybody else's video about it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I what I did was Google it and I read the story. I read about her story and then I watched a couple of news clippings because I just wanted to make sure that I had the facts straight. First of all, I just obviously rest in peace to that young sister. Um, the passing of anybody always saddens me, but it always saddens me, especially when they're gone too soon. Young people gone too soon. Good evening, Third. It's good to see you, sweetheart. You did a really good live earlier. Enjoyed it. Um, so I'm just talking. Well, I'm talking about the young lady Shanquilla, but I'm actually going to tell you guys a story that happened to me. Uh, and it all coincides. This video is basically a warning, a take heed. But like I said, we're gonna say rest in peace to that young sister. You're welcome, sweetheart. It's a very sad story. So she's 25 years old. She goes on vacation with friends. They go to Mexico, and apparently there's a fight. They actually have clips of the fight and some short clips. I think whatever was online was removed, but they have some news clippings where you could see a spit of it. You could tell there's people fighting in the room. But basically, it looks like the young lady was ganged and beat to death. That's what it's looking like. Now, when I first heard the story, I just automatically assumed because anybody who's um, traveled or even military who's kind of knows a little bit something about traveling overseas for Americans, period, doesn't matter the gender. Mexico is one of the most dangerous, whether you're black, white, it does not matter. It is one of the most dangerous places to vacation in. Americans, they're one of the places that they recommend you actually don't go. Okay, it's a very very dangerous place. Um, so that's what I thought it was about. But as I researched, I find out that she went on vacation and she was ganged in her hotel room. Now there's more. I'm sure more is going to come out about the story. This live is actually not about her, but this is what prompted me to talk about this. When I was in the military, one of my good friends, I would say best friend at the time, she was jumped by a group of girls, by a group of women that she called her friends. And what was crazy was I was supposed to go out with them that night. I was supposed to be there. But it just so happened she called me. She said, "Do you want to come out with us?" And something to where I just wasn't feeling well. Because I had already, because it was something that we were doing routinely every weekend. We would go out to the club, have a good time, have drinks, girls' night. Yeah. And I thank the Most High, honey. That's why I stay on my knees, honey. I stay praying to the Father because he really does look out for you, whether you realize it or not. Um, but the night that she called me, I wasn't feeling well, or something happened to wear my mind the last minute, which was not like me because I'm gonna be honest. I'm the type of girl, like, I'm there for my friends. Like, if you're a true friend to me, I'm gonna be a true friend to you, and I'm gonna ride with you, even if I don't really feel like it. I'm gonna stick by you. Okay, I feel like if you stick by me, I'm gonna. That's just the type of person I am. But I guess that's why I felt ill that night because the very not even that morning or early around 2:33 a.m. I guess after the club was closed, I get a call and it was her crying hysterical. Not couldn't really make sense of it. I was scared for her because I just was like, oh my God, what happened? Did something happen to you? All these horrible thoughts were going through my mind. Did somebody rape her? I was just really scared for her. Um, she finally came to and was able to speak. And she said, I'm so glad you didn't come. And I said, why? I said, what happened? And she said that she was jumped. And I'm thinking, okay, who are these heifers? Like, okay, so well, did you know who were they in the military? Were they civilians? Like, who are these heifers so we can go find their asses? And she was like, no, you don't understand. It was such and such, such and such, and such and such. And I'm thinking, wait a minute, the girls you went out there with? And she's like, yeah. And I mean, I couldn't say a word. Um these are girls that literally spent weekends together doing borrowing each other's clothes, watching each other's kids, fighting like dogs in the club, pulling out weave, um, damn near trying to break bones, honey. So I was disgusted, I was upset, but the Most High kept me out of it. Um, Needless to say, my friend, she was hurt pretty bad. I know I don't I'm not sure. I don't remember whether she needed to go get looked at, but I don't know if she did or not. Now, the reason I'm telling you guys this is because I want you guys when these type of things happen, we have to learn from them, not just for ourselves but for our children. Um, that's a real life story. Now, if you guys have ever been around a girl fight, girls, when our adrenaline gets rushing, honey, we have to be broken up, or we will fight to the fucking death. We will fight to the goddamn death, honey. There has to be somebody there to break us up because it's just all adrenaline. Um, I remember a few years back. I can't remember the young lady, but it was a young lady that went out. It was a young girl, 16-year-old high school girl. Y'all probably remember this story. She went out with some friends to a party, and she ended up getting, I guess, raped, killed, murdered, whatever. Body was chopped up. Why am I talking about this tonight, y'all? Because one thing that I'm seeing is the lack of, far as with young girls, they're not getting the teachings, you know? They're not getting the teachings that we used to get. When I was growing up, yeah, my mom beat my ass and all that, but she talked to me, sat me down and talked to me, no matter how many times it took. I was worth the time to her. Um, Nowadays, a lot of young women feel like they have nobody to talk to, not even their own parents, because they feel like, the parents are the enemies. Now, this is out of their mouths, not mine. Um, but we got to talk to our children. We have to talk to our young ones to stop things like this from happening, to prevent it. You know, it's not just about fussing at them. Yeah, chastising is cool, but you want to prevent it. You want to have a conversation at home. Pay attention who they're hanging out with. And if they insist on going, make sure they have like the wisdom, the knowledge of what type of, what to look for, what not to get involved in. Are these really your friends? Can you trust these people to go on vacation with you? Wondering if that young lady had the knowledge. Um, it just makes me really sad. When I hear stories like this, I always wonder, like, was there any way to really prevent it? Only the Most High knows. But I do know one thing: when these things do happen, we really have to not let it be in vain. We've got to make sure that it's not in vain, and try and prevent this from happening again to someone else. Ladies, you're going out with your girlfriends. Make sure, just make sure that you have some kind of plan, some kind of protection, and just please vet who these people are. Everybody's not your friend. Everybody is not your friend. The fact of the matter is, if you are surrounded by a bunch of people that don't have any type of morals or any type of structure in their lives, they can't look out for you if they wanted to. They wanted to because they don't even know what the right thing is. Now this thing is being investigated. Nobody's coming forward. Nobody's saying anything. But obviously somebody knows something because they were in the room with her. Nobody's saying anything. And I'm thinking because they're looking out for themselves. No doubt they're getting legal representation to protect themselves. But, why didn't they protect their friend when she needed them? We listen, I grew up with some ignorant mess, okay? I grew up with some ignorant mess, but there comes a time where you grow up and you become an adult. You put away childish things and you become responsible and you do the right thing. No matter who's looking, if anybody's looking, you do the right thing. You do what to others the way you would want somebody to do to you. I posted something there. I know I'm babbling. I'm all over the place. Oh, hey. First of all, let me say hello to you all. Let me turn this. I'm just in a mellow mood, y'all. But let me say hello to everybody. I said hello to Third. Yes, that was the girl. Kanika Jenkins. Thank you. That's the one. Hey, Woman Spirit, the original Woman Spirit. Good to see you, sweetheart. Hey, Derek C. Williams. Good to see you. I'm going to try not to draw this story out too long. I want you guys. Hey, Taylor Made. Hey, Sheep Say Sleep. Sheep Say Sleep is another one that had a good live today. I popped in on a woman's fair. I want you guys, any of you guys to take this subject over because I want to talk about it, but I have to tell you this story about, if you guys didn't hear it, I was just telling a story about a friend of mine who got jumped at a nightclub. She called me in the middle of the night, and I'm thinking, okay, we gonna have to ride out on some heifers. Coming to find out, it was the girls that she went out with, and she got beat up pretty bad. You know, broken, busted lip, broken nose, scars, hair pulled out, the whole nine. And it really could have been an ugly situation. Um, Ladies, the only thing I can tell you is teach your children, not just your boys, but teach your daughters too, to have some wisdom, to be selective. Be selective of the people they're around, and in the company they keep. It's important. Um, just I'm trying to think. Like right now, I'm struggling to think of what could that young lady have possibly done that might have would have been able to save her life. I don't know. I don't. Apparently, she thought she was surrounded by friends, and she wasn't. She wasn't. She really wasn't. So frustrating. I'm trying to think. If it was a situation where she went out and she didn't have protection, and I'd say, okay, young lady, make sure you have this. Me, my crazy ass, honey. I got a steel bat, honey, right by my passenger side door. Okay, all that. But like this situation is so different because she was surrounded by people she thought loved her and cared for her, would protect her. But she was surrounded by enemies. I don't know what to say. Um, and usually I've been told that I'm quite wise. My friends, years back, they're like, people come to me for advice because they feel like I don't know, like I'm the advice whisperer or something. I think I give pretty good advice, but this is a situation I really don't know if it could have been prevented. But she's in the hands of the Most High now. She's at home now. So, uh, you guys help me out. Somebody take over this story. I really want to. I want you guys to help me figure this one out because I don't understand it. I, 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 I'm not sure. I'm actually at a loss for words with this story. Let me read what you guys say. I'm probably going to call it a night. Hey, Zach Passe, I thought I would have some like good words, but I just can't figure this one out. Let me read this. It says back in 2018, Queen's Throne featured a video where a woman's girlfriend drugged her, or went to the hospital, had sex in the bathroom, all the while asking girl what happened. Animals. Yeah, this type of stuff it's not the way it used to be, y'all. There was a time where young girls were kind of brought up to look out for other young girls. I give you an example. I don't know if Women's Fair is still here, but any of you ladies, there was a time when we went out with our girlfriends. We all had to fucking come together. We can't, excuse me, leave together. We came together. We leaving together. I don't give a damn. Nowadays, one of the girls get asked out by this dude, or two girls get asked by this dude. They going back with the dude, and they'll leave you stranded. They will leave you stranded, honey. You got to figure, hey, boo, you got to figure out your way home. You remember that Woman's Fair? Yeah, back in the day, you never left your girl. You never left her. You watched her drink. When she would get up to go dance, or when she would get up to use the restroom, you watched her drink, honey. You knew that your sister had your back. And now it's just a sign of the times, y'all. It's just a sign of the times. But I will say, people get mad at me, but it's not just the women that are struggling in our community. It's both. It's the same reason why a brother could go to the club and somebody step on his shoes and he ready to fight, and he ready to kill, and he ready to shoot. It's just a lack of respect, a lack of love for one another. Oh, Eric Bird, thank you, sweetie. Hey, Juju. I want y'all to take it over. I want you guys to take over this subject. I'll be looking for you guys to go live and talk more about this case. Just showing love. I lost. Oh my God, Eric. Just showing love. I lost my father. Catch you later. I'm so sorry about your father. I'm so sorry. Oh, okay. I'll drop the link. You don't have to give Eric if you got a cash, put your cash app in here, sweetie. You should be putting your cash app in here. I'm gonna drop the link right now. Put your cash app in. Let me see it. Um, okay, I'm gonna let Woman's Fair up here. Hey, bacon cinnamon spice. Yeah, exactly. We leave together. I look into perhaps to do a video. Yeah, I would like to see that. Let me know if you do it. Hey, Brownie Ellie, beautiful sister. Yeah, Eric, he's probably gone. I'm wondering if I'm friends with him on Instagram. I'm gonna get his cash app and I'm gonna post it on my community whenever I can get in touch with him. Hey, beautifully animated. It's good to see you too. Um, Woman's Fair. The link is in the chat for you, sweet pea. Yeah, I'm so sorry, Eric. We need to be donating to you. Well, you guys, he gets around the Manosphere space. I know we're gonna see him again. I see him everywhere. So we'll see him again, and I'll be able to get his cash app. I'm gonna wait for a Woman's Fair, okay? Um, I'm just sitting here thinking, y'all. I'm just sitting here thinking. Uh, oh yeah, of course. Grab it. Hey, TC, how you doing, sweet pea? I saw that nice thing that you made for beach. That was beautiful. Those gloves. That was. I didn't even know you sew or whatever. That's pretty cool. Um, yeah, hit the link. Let me drop it again. It might take her a while. Maybe she's out. We were just kind of talking about the case, and I'm just beating my head against the wall trying to think of something that might have prevented it from happening. You know, it just makes me sick. You want? Oh, okay. Somebody's here. Let's see. Hey, Derek. How you doing?
Yes, ma'am. Shout out and respect due to Mahogany Roots and MJ. How you, young lady?
Oh, I'm doing fine. How are you doing?
Yeah, chilling, living my life day by day like Rambo. Um, I saw I was just thumbing through YouTube earlier tonight while I was doing my exercises or whatever, and I kept seeing this Robinson um lady, Shaquelle. I just kept saying people saying they need justice for this woman, and I didn't know
Uh huh.
exactly who she was. I'm going to go look into it tonight and tomorrow, and then perhaps I'll do a video on it. But the fact is that the violence against Black women is pretty much, from what I see, at a fever pitch now here in Philadelphia. Just to give you an example, last year, and I go back to 2020. Well, no, I'm sorry, both of them were in 21. You had one case in the Germantown section of Philadelphia where a young lady was raped, murdered, and she was stripped down from the waist down and turned upside down in a car. So if you can imagine, her head was on the floor mats and she was turned upside down. And then most recently, we had a case where a young lady was actually sexually assaulted on our transportation line here called SEPTA. No one rendered aid, but there was a video out. And you know why a video was out? Because no one, as I said, no one rendered aid, but everybody pulled out the damn cell phone. So to me, this just goes to show you the lack of empathy. And I think this is one of the biggest problems that I see with social media. Social media, it was originally, I thought, was to bring people together, but it actually made people less empathetic. And like I said, so much so that instead of rendering aid to this young lady that was assaulted, you're looking at a dude sexually assault a female, and there were men on the train. No one rendered aid, but everybody pulled out their cell phone. And so, when we was coming up, I came of age during the 1980s. And it was, unfortunately, my mother, for the better part of the 1970s, was a victim of domestic abuse at the hands of my dad. And I said, that will never be me. I have never struck a woman. I've never called a woman out of her name. These type men I don't respect. You know, I love my daddy, but he did what he did. Well, now they've gone on from giving women black eyes to dismembering them, putting up naked photos online. Just was looking at Judge Mathis a second ago. Dude get mad at his female. They not an item no more. What does he do? During their personal time, he puts up naked pictures of them on Facebook to humiliate. And so this is where we are. And you know, you have a lot of these so-called virile men, you know, big chested and all this here, but they're not men, they little boys. And that's in large part due to the failures of men not being there for their sons and men not being there for their daughters. So you, BB Nice just did a video today, and she was saying, you know, her father wasn't in her life, and what did she do? Go look for love in all the wrong places. But it done got to a fever pitch now, man. And so we're not gonna be able to put the genie back in the bottle. I will make the news. I have a 17-year-old daughter. She'll be 18 on the 20th. Mahogany, I will make the news if anyone touches my daughter. Trust me when I tell you. But I try to give her the best I have. I try to give her quote game. You know, I'm ex-military, so I try to give her all the game, what God's gonna say. But I also know, like any woman who may look at this in the future, you're gonna have to scrape your knee, so to speak. You know, you're gonna make mistakes. You can give your children all the information. You can show them videos like I show my daughter. You can do all of that, but you still got to get out here in this world, and that's where it gets sticky. But for myself, like I said, for me, Derek will make the news. As sure as I'm talking to you, I will not have it with mine. And this, we need more fathers, all colors, to be there for their daughters, but particularly so with the black ones. But we leaving our children to die, and this is why you seeing all this lunacy. You know, I'm just a big believer. You got to have a mom and daddy, man. You know, when you hear women saying the mother and the daddy, no, you're not, because a woman has never walked a day as a man. But I understand the sentiment. But we gone, Mahogany. We gone. And so until somebody can show me different, this is going to continue, and you'll see another case like this before the end of the year. Mark my words. So just thank you for having me on your platform. Like I said, less than 4 minutes of your time, and salute to your chat.
Well, wait a minute. Don't go anywhere. First of all, thank you so much for your words, and I understand.
Yes,
I understand where you're coming from, because, like, that's how we should feel about our kids. I question what you heard about it, but in this situation, a young lady actually got what they believe. It hasn't been confirmed, but what they're believing from the video is that the same young girls that went on vacation with her are the ones that are at fault for her death. So we don't know if that's the case, but if that is the case, like, what can we do to teach our daughters to, like, what do you have to say about that? In this situation, it might not be at the hands of a male, but a woman.
It doesn't matter, ma'am. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The fact is, black folks hate themselves. Don't matter. Totally irrelevant for as I'm concerned. Like I said, again, I'm not privy to all the information, but I don't need to. You got a black woman dead at the hands of other blacks. Same deal. Don't matter. The fact is, we hate ourselves. And, you know, like on my channel, I have often said, I want any black person to disabuse me of the notion that black people don't hate themselves. And so when the white man call you a monkey or an animal or a super thug or a porch monkey, spear chucker, all these things, you get all upset. But when I'm sure here in Philadelphia, somebody's getting shot as we speak, and I'm quite sure that person that's shooting them say, yeah, I killed this nigga. Like that, you see? So we can do it, you see? So I want any black person to show me where we don't hate ourselves, yet and still, here we go, my brother, my sister, family, excuse my language, Mahogany, fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. No, we hate ourselves, and we are the animals that we prove the white man right. So there you go. So again, like I said, I don't like to be long-winded on these StreamYards, and you can have other folks up as you so choose, but thank you for having me up. But you got to show me. You got to show me, Miss Mahogany. Show me where we don't hate ourselves. Aside from that, we're going to be niggas, and we're going to die. And I don't even like use that word. But you're going to have to show me. Other than that, it is what it is. And it'll be another young black person killed another. I'm 55. Somebody, it might be me. You see, because we hate ourselves so. So again, just thank you for having me on your platform. You take care. Here,
You too. You're always welcome. Thank you so much for coming up. Thank
yes, ma'am.
you.
You take care.
I
Salute, salute to your channel.
You too. Salute. And I hope you do your live stream about it. I'll be looking for it. Okay. He brought up a good point. I mean, it's and I'm always saying that I've actually been, kind of not by any of you, but criticized for saying that. Just that the sickness of our people, that we need healing. We do need healing. We need healing, but I do believe solutions can be made. I'll tell you, for me, the only thing, I dropped the StreamYards. We're gonna wait a little bit while for the sister. Maybe the sister will go live about this. I hope as many of you, I'm just all different points of view, would help me find myself. I've never hated myself or hated my people or anything like that. But what kind of opened my eyes was when I started really looking at things just through the eyes of somebody that was informed versus uninformed. Number one, we've got to self educate. We've got to start teaching our kids at home. We teach our kids manners and stuff like that. Most of us do. But we need to start really teaching them about their history so they can have pride in themselves. We are the inventors. Oh, here she is. I'll finish at the end. Hey, sister, good to see you.
Hey girl, I'm cleaning
Women's
my
Fair.
stove. Did you hear me?
Yeah, you sound good.
Girl, I was cleaning my stove. So, that'd be dangerous when you got to cut that self-cleaning thing on.
No, it's
Girl,
okay.
be feeling like you about to blow the hell up.
Mm-hmm.
But I wanted to talk about what you're saying because it is so it's actually very spiritual, the fact that you spoke on this today. And I want to tell you why. I was looking at our good sister Faith, right?
Okay.
And I saw her on her
Mm-hmm.
hiking trip, and I immediately thought of you.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why I thought of you is because the beautiful Black women in this space have been not acknowledging each other. And I will say that I am a victim of that as well as a villain of that. I take responsibility for a lot of things. And, being around so many superficial women in the space for so many years here, I didn't see you. I didn't
Uh-huh.
see Faith. I didn't see y'all. You know what I mean? I was so busy trying to, build my channel, grow and do things. And I didn't see certain women. And to me, it's like I recognize the meanness of it and the tragedy of it. And when I think this is what I want to say. When I first
Sure.
initiated myself with certain things, y'all, it was because I wanted to build a sisterhood. That was the primary reason I affiliated myself with certain people. It was to do what I'm doing right now. But I was plagiarized. I didn't even know that these people were
Mm-hmm.
not official. So I didn't know these things. And I made a lot of mistakes. And it's like now to see so many beautiful Black women like yourself and beautiful Black women like Faith and others that have been so unproblematic, but just presenting and giving a message. It's just a beautiful thing to recognize and realize where you are, the mistakes you made, the things you did, but the fact that you corrected. So it's like, I like that you're talking about the state of women, because you literally was on my mind earlier when I saw Faith
Oh,
doing her thing, building with her new man. Thank God, hallelujah. Shout out to Faith. And I was like, and then I saw your video that you posted in your neighborhood with you and your man y'all looking all good and happy. It makes me happy. And it's like, how did I miss these beautiful Black women? And it's like, shout out to you, Queen. Like, shout out to you. Shout out to your beauty, your grace, your glory. Like, that's why when you turn up, I'll be right there with you. Cause I know if you turning up, it's for a reason. So it's like, I'm glad you're speaking about this, because it brings a lot of attention to Shanquilla Robinson and everything that's happening with that, because it's like her energy, and I'm kind of mad at her, to be honest. I don't know if that sounds appropriate or okay for listening ears, but I'm kind of upset because I want Black women to start saying, this isn't right. These aren't my
mhm,
friends. Not
mhm,
allowing yourself to walk into situations that you know aren't appropriate. Because I had several red flags in a situation I was dealing with, and I did not seek those red flags. So that's why I went out of my way to do proper damage, so that Black women could see it and have no choice but to adhere. So it's like, you got to take responsibility and accountability for walking right head first into things, because when we don't acknowledge what is, you accept the consequences. And one of the things that I've learned about you, if I have not seen anything else about you, is soon as somebody disrespects you, you respond every single time. You don't wait. You don't pander. You don't go in the back. You don't go in the cut. You address. And that is what Black women have got to start doing. We can't keep sitting and waiting. We can't keep, and I understand how easy it is to do that, because you want to believe the good in people. But you more, you know what? Let me tell you, Black women, the thing that you're more frightened of is being a stereotypical angry Black woman. You don't want to be her,
yeah, yeah,
and you don't give a damn,
yeah.
Mahogany.
That's true. Well,
So
I
the state of women, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Yeah. What was you saying, Mahogany?
no, I was saying you're right. That's what we don't want to be labeled the black angry woman. We want to, you know, I just have a temper problem, woman sphere. That's my problem. I have a short fuse. Um,
Is
can
it
you hear me,
short or
sweetie?
is it direct?
I think my
Yeah, I can hear you. I think there's a lag, though. I think there's a lag. Let me see.
oh, I've been. It's me. God, I hate it. It's me. I've been trying to get it fixed for weeks now. Hey,
Mhm.
Maurice. Long as they can hear you, I'm okay, girl. I want them to be able to hear you.
Okay. But I wanted to say that
Woman's fair?
I don't think,
Okay.
yes, I'm here. I'm here. I don't think that you have an
Go ahead.
anger problem. I think that you have a quick assessment of abuse. It's not anger. You're quickly assessing, and I've noticed that about you. I've also noticed that about Miss Faith, and that's why I appreciate you ladies so much. It's so many women in the space that I have gotten to know recently in the past year since everything with me that I appreciate. It's working with Black women. Sometimes we got to start at a level that we don't. You got to address things for what they are, and being. I was saying this on my channel today. Understanding people, because one of the things that my father told me was understanding someone means you can't be upset with them. And it was one of the realest statements I've ever heard. Once you understand somebody, it's almost difficult for you to be upset with them because once you understand them, the only thing you can do is make a decision. And so now the responsibility is placed on you. The responsibility is placed on you. And I think that if Black women, I think this is where we suffer at, is we understand people and then we try. And this is the reason why we try. We try to redirect and correct because we are the natural mothers of the earth. You want to protect your children. And I don't think Black women understand how deeply rooted and spiritual that is. So a lot of the excuses that are made with Black women is because they are consistently trying to correct and redirect, even though they understood the assignment. Understanding the assignment, you know exactly what was just said to you. You understand exactly what was done to you. You understand exactly what was said to you. You understand. And instead, what you do is you take understanding as tolerance. Understanding is not tolerance. It's not acceptance. It's not any of those things. Understanding is just exactly what it is. You understand exactly what was presented to you. So if it was presented as disrespect and lack of regard, then that's what it is. You don't need to correct it. You don't need to redirect it. You don't need to change it. You don't need to misdirect it. You don't need to do any of that. Just understand what presented itself to you. And I think that Black women will change. Oh my God, you will have so much peace, so much glory, so much joy if you just understand and acknowledge. Understand and acknowledge. Those words are really powerful. Words are spells, right? Spelling. So you got to understand that that's what words are. You cast when you give your words. So when you receive a level of understanding and then you choose to cast with your words and redirect what was just given to you, you redirect the universe to doing what it needed to do for you. All you need to do is understand.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. If somebody show up to
Yeah.
you on some nigga shit, it's nigga shit. Why are you trying to change it into some real shit? Nah, it's nigga shit and it showed up as nigga shit in your life. And that's exactly what it is. And that's exactly how you should treat it. That's it. The state of Black women, they don't accept. They don't understand. They don't acknowledge. They don't do it. I see Black women choosing to be lied to every single time. I see it all the time.
Well, I'm gonna give. Thank you for that. I got something to say to you too before you leave. I really appreciate you. You're too kind. All your compliments. But Queen is up here. I'm gonna give her a chance to speak. Welcome, Queen.
Hey,
And then we'll just end
I'm
the
a
show
little late.
together as to carry this conversation. Hey, it's okay. So, just a little background. I started off talking about I hope I say her name right, Shanquella Robinson's story. She was 25 years old. She went on vacation in Mexico. And the story is that we have so far is that she was beat to death by people, friends of hers, or people she thought was her friend. And so we were just talking about women and how we need to maybe make better decisions, who we choose as friends, be more mindful. Women's was given some really good insight. I have my own experience with that too. I'm going to tell you both that before we leave today. But did you know about the story, don't you?
Yeah, I'm
Do
not
you want
going
to,
nowhere with no
Queen?
alphabet meal. I'm sorry. I feel like that's dangerous.
I don't know too much about it. She was with a group of friends. I don't know anything else about it. See, I'm still learning, which is why I kind of held off. Women's Fair, do you know more about the situation?
Yeah, I do. A lot of her friend group was LGBTQ, but I don't really think it had anything to do with LGBTQ because I'm not going to annihilate the Rainbow Coalition. I'm a part of it, but what I'm gonna say is this: I'm gonna say that the Black community is the issue. It's a lot of issues in the Black community that go unnoticed and unrecognized. There's a lot of self hatred, and people act like that's not the case. And so it's what happened to her was her walking head first into a situation that she already knew about. You can't tell me she did not know that none of those people were her friends. It ain't got nothing to do with them being LGBTQ. It got everything to do with her knowing as a Black woman that those aren't your friends. And I keep telling Black women, you don't have no allies. White women ain't your allies. Black men ain't your allies. LGBTQ ain't your allies. Nobody is your ally. You are the mother of the earth. And being the mother of the earth is almost like having children. What do children do to their mothers? They kind of antagonize them. They overstimulate. Mom, 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 mom. It's always mom.
Gay
It's
men
always
want to be
blaming mom.
women and they will fight you. They will beat your ass. There was a
But
man that whooped her
hold
ass and
on,
killed her.
hold on, hold on. What I was saying is this. I get what you're saying, Queen. But what I'm saying is this. I don't want to say that that couldn't be the case because it could be the case. But that's why I just said, Black women, you don't have no allies. You have got to start knowing that and living that. You got to be real cautious, like real cautious. Like you can love, you can be loved, but you got to be cautious. Like you got to this is why I say acknowledge. Just acknowledge. You ain't got to show hate. You ain't got to do none of that. You just got to recognize things for what they are. So I hear what Queen is saying because I get it. But as a woman, a part of the LGBTQ community, because I'm bisexual, I will say this. I don't go out of my way to hate Black women. You know what I'm saying? I don't. And I have friends that don't go out of their way to hate Black women. But I do know a lot of transgender women, a lot of gay Black men that hate Black women just for the sake. I just did a video on Funky Doniva. So of course I understand exactly what Queen is saying, but I don't think it's that. I think this issue is Black community related. Y'all can say what y'all think, but I'm gonna go on mute.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna let Queen. First of all, welcome TC. I want Queen to finish her thought, and then I want my sister TC to be able to say what she's gonna say. I might intervene. Hey, Ra. But go ahead, Queen. Finish your thought, sweetie.
Oh, I was just saying I wouldn't have went. They done. Well, I don't know because the mother was like the dude that said that she died from alcohol poisoning had been her friend for 5 years, and they trusted the man. So I ain't never been a person to trust no gay dude. They be like, oh, that he like one of the girls. No, he not. That's a boy. I don't care what he do, how he feel. That's still a man. And that I have heard gay men talk about how
I think
they'll
it's
whoop a woman's ass. Okay. So I don't know why women want to sit up. Oh, he just like one of us. Okay. Well, when he beat your ass like he ain't one of you, then and that's what happened to her. Cause the man that beat her up was a transsexual female and he beat her, and her best friend, which was a gay male, recorded it and watched it, and now she's gone.
Oh, see, see. This is why, because I had no idea any of that was in the story. I had heard things, but the news didn't, of course, didn't. I want to give and I'm gonna give my little thoughts about it at the end. I want TC, you Queen, to have her chance. Go ahead, sweetie. Welcome in, everybody.
Welcome, welcome. Thank you, Mahogany,
No,
and
thank
hello
you.
to the esteemed panelists. To the chat, hello. You know, I, I'm going to echo some of the sentiments of what Derek had said. Hey, Taylor. Um, Especially, let me just go back to something that had happened in Philadelphia, and he's absolutely right. We had people who watched the situation and videotaped it all at the same time and did nothing. Um, I'm going to be perfectly honest. I think that it's gonna what is it going what is it going to take, Mahogany? Um, it's just going to take death. Death. We're gonna have to.
Oh,
We're just gonna. Yeah, we're just gonna lose a generation or two before it could get better. Bottom line. Um, Folks are too. Number one, folks are too eager
I didn't
to
want to hear
cry.
that.
Yeah, I listen. I didn't until I just something came to me the other day, and I said to one of a good friend of mine, one of my sisters, and I said, I'd never wanted to ever say this, but I think I'm going to have to look into it and reevaluate it. That we're just going to have to lose a whole bunch of people. We're going to have to lose. They're going to have to die. They're going to have to just go wherever they're going to go because this is vicious. This is absolutely vicious. And a lot of folks are
Have
not
anything?
trying.
I feel like there's.
They're not trying to get help. We have folks that need a couch. They need two of them. They don't think that they need help. That's usually a woman thing. The women need help. The men need help. It's ridiculous. Um, yeah, I don't see the Nazis, doing these things. I don't see the Ku Klux Klan doing these things. I see us doing it to each other. I understand systematic
Yeah.
racism. I get it. I understand that. I know that very well. And I understand, all of the different traps. But we're too smart. I'm not gonna give that to them. No, we're too smart. We know better. We made our decisions when we did certain things to each other. We hate each other. We
That's true.
hate ourselves.
Hmm.
I don't care who you sleep with. I don't care. We are so divided and divvied up in so many different ways. It is unbelievable. And we continue to crap. I listen to these people. I'm listening to some of the young people, and I'm like, you know what? And you see me in and out of here, Mahogany. I'm not fighting with any of these people. I'm not.
Right.
Not. Mm-mm. I stand on too many shoulders, and we're gonna need to build. We're gonna need the intellectual property. We're gonna need sane people. We're gonna need folks that are willing to do their own work. Yeah, I continue to do my work. Hmm. My work. So that my community, so that my family, my community, my folks can rely on me. And maybe I can rely on somebody else. But this crap that's going on, it's it's disgusting. It's disgraceful. Death. Death. It's part of life though, Mahogany.
Oh yes, yes.
It's part of life.
Can I? I just want to say, well, we're all not going to make it, that's for sure. I just like to take as many of us, as I can with us to that better life. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to carry as many as I can. I feel like that's what we could do. This is just so sad, y'all. I don't even have the spirit anymore. But I'm gonna be honest. This panel that I have right here, I'm so appreciative of all you ladies on the panel. I know a little bit about each and every one of you. I respect each and every one of you. Um, so we're going to end the show together, but I want you guys to just get a chance to say what you're going to say. And then I don't really have too much else. This is, I found out more and more than I ever knew. I didn't know any of that other stuff was even in a component. I did think that what Queen said far is the, because listen, I don't want to make this a show about transgender, but we obviously know there's a strength difference there. Even though we might see that person as, our sister in some type of way, there's a, a strength factor there. Sorry about that or two. Okay. And there's no equal fight there. So that uh, makes the story even more complex. Like I said, I look forward to each of you doing your own thing. I know, PC, you don't really do content, but I just enjoy you whenever you do get up on panels, and I always value your opinion. Did you have anything else to say about it?
So, and last but not, and in closing for me, those people who were involved, just like Kenneka Jenkins,
Mm-hmm.
things will be revealed. Okay, just know that the culprits will be revealed, and just know
Yes.
that their day is coming, and it's going to come, and it's going to come harsh. Anybody who had anything to do with it, they too will be obliterated from the face of this earth. Obliterated. Done. No generational ties left here. There are so many heinous crimes that are occurring, that are being put and placed on Black women and others. Look, there are a lot of heinous crimes. Let's just say, period. Okay, this stuff, unacceptable. We're not going to tolerate it. If we cannot continue to call ourselves the chosen ones in one conversation, and then act like minions and Beelzebubs in another situation. Can't do it. All right.
Right.
Yeah, can't do it. We're teeter-tottering. You see? Interestingly,
I can. Go ahead, sister. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
interestingly enough, there's a show. It's called Lucifer, and it's really interesting because Lucifer, the devil is talking to a man, human, right? And he says, "Why do you blame everything on me?" He says, "I'm tired of you all blaming everything on me." This is Lucifer talking to man. And I didn't make you do that. Every time you all do something and get in trouble, you blame me. But God has given us three things that are the most powerful things on the face of this earth. That's love, the most powerful feminine emotion ever. Love. Forgiveness. And we can make our own decisions. Right, wrong, or indifferent. But know that there are consequences. whoever was part of it in any way, small or large, they will be obliterated. And that's in anything that has occurred, from the Kenneka Jenkins, from everything that has happened. Trust me, this is not going to be undone. We will see. And guess what? We're going to live to see it, y'all. I never thought I would live to see a black president. I never thought I'd live to see, the electric, the Dick Tracy's. We can look at each other, FaceTime and blase, cell phones, blah, blah, talk to each other. This, never thought I'd see that. We're going to live to see it. And we're going to say to our grandchildren, don't do that. We're going to tell them what not to do. And we better tell them what not to do.
Oh,
stop teeter-tottering back and forth.
Right. I wish she hadn't dropped. I wanted to end it with her because, like I said, all of you ladies on the panel, I think this was just a great representation of us. But, of course, we'll get together again on these YouTube streets. See, you just told you in a message one time how much I appreciate you. And, Queen, I adore you. I absolutely do. I'm sure she said she was cleaning her stove. So if she's listening, you guys, I really want to see people carry on this story. Like you said, we're going to find out more about it.
Yes. We'll see.
Yes.
Hey to Raw. What's up, Raw B?
And I honestly, so we'll, yeah, and then we'll end it. Go ahead, Women's Fair. I was just saying, let me just say this to you before I let you guys have it. There's no need to, you were talking about not seeing the women. It's the fact is, it happens that way. Sometimes we just don't see each other. I've gotten into it with so many people in the space, just over difference of opinion. A lot of us have strong opinions. For those people where I knew I was freaking wrong, I went back and apologized. And there's some people that, I realized it was just a misunderstanding, but I figured, when the time comes, YouTube streets are small. We'll bump into each other if it need be.
Right.
But yeah, nothing that happens on here is that serious to where we can't. I feel we shouldn't be able to. Yeah, you know what I mean? Oh, so yeah, I just wanted to say that. You guys made me feel really good by coming up here and showing your support. I'm gonna let you guys have it. Did Queen or Whisper, did you want to say anything?
I'm done. I'm getting ready to go down. Thank you.
Oh, bye. Okay.
All right.
Have a good night, sweetie.
Same
Thank
here.
you. I appreciate you.
Take care.
Okay. Peace. All right, ladies, it's just us. Do you want to say anything before we end it? Yeah.
Did you want to go ahead, Queen?
Oh, this story said, I just hope her family can get some type of closure, because the way that they was able to leave Mexico was crazy. For them to find out what happened to her after the autopsy, that's crazy. And I'm gonna agree with what Woman's Fair said. You don't have no friends or no allies. And the sad part is, most of the time, you ain't even got no friend or no allies amongst Black women. So the best thing you can do is make sure that you got eyes on yourself and around you, and make sure that you're doing the best thing for you. It don't make no sense that you would go to another country with people that don't like you. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me personally, in my family, I'm the black sheep. I know these people don't fuck with me. And they're like, we gonna take a trip. Y'all ain't taking no trip with me. Okay, I ain't finna be no news story. And it's sad that you got to be that way, but you got to make sure that you taking care of yourself. And one thing I teach my daughter, the number one rule of womanhood is self-preservation. Make sure you are taking care of yourself, because you can feel like this one's supposed to look out for you, that one's supposed to look out with you. No, the only person responsible for you is you. So make sure you always looking out for yourself. And it's sad what happened to her, but women just got to do better about making sure they're not putting themselves in dangerous situations.
Okay, okay. Women's Fair, you got anything?
Yeah, I kind of wanted to speak on like the Eve gene, because the Eve gene is like very significant to me and Shanquilla Robinson. It's not recognizing who you are. And I'm very aware of who I am. I'm a sovereign Black woman, and I've been aware of that since I was a little girl. So I've had situations. I think Mahogany just said she's had a situation like where, she can relate to Shanquilla. I've had situations, y'all. I've had
Yeah.
situations where I went to go and pick up my son and I was jumped by 5 women. I had a situation where when I was younger, maybe like 16 years old, I had a so-called friend and she invited me over and I walked into like girls thinking they was about to dog walk me. I've had it. So, but I'm going to tell you one thing I know about myself. Being a sovereign Black woman, the only time I lose is when I don't respect my discerning. That's it. Like, it ain't nobody else. Being a mother, I know how antagonistic people are towards me. White women, Black men, biracial women, everybody. Just mom, 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 repeatedly. You got to understand that's the energy behind everything that happens. When you see white women out here talking about, I understand you Black women and I'm your ally. They not your ally. They just want your attention. It's just like a child. Children want your attention. And when you don't give it to them, they act out. Look at your children. Look at your actual children. When my kids don't get my attention, they act out because I'm their mom and they feel like they deserve it. And see, for my biological children, they do deserve it. But just imagine the world feeling that way about you. That is the position and the plight of a Black woman because we are the Eve gene, despite what Christianity has told you. And I'm a Christian. This is coming from the mouth of a Christian. Lilith was here first. Adam came second. And when Adam came, he was pissed off that Lilith did not give a damn about what he had to say. So he requested Eve. That is the true tea about what actually happened. And so Eve, that is the only reason why she came by rib of Adam. But there was already a Black woman here, and her name was Lilith. We were the first, y'all. So a lot of the energy spiritually that comes to us is because we got a lot of wayward kids and we got the mutations. The mutations are white people. And they real mad. I'm talking about big mad. The biracials and the whites. And me, I'm very sympathetic to a lot of things. I know y'all see that on my channel. Because I understand as a mother, as a matriarchal figure, as the only matriarchal figure, exactly what I need to be doing to redirect your dumb ass back to where the fuck you need to be. Because I'm a mother. I know what to do with my children. And so I think Black women need to understand more how matriarchal you are. You are the matriarchal figure. And Shanquilla didn't understand that. She was the matriarchal figure in her friend group. And as wayward, disrespectful fucking children, they felt the need to eliminate her. The process of elimination is real. It is real. It can be either wicked or good. You got to reverse it. So when you reverse the process of elimination, what you do is what Shanquilla needed to do was recognize that none of them want worse shit, and she needed to eliminate them. She paid for the whole trip. She should have never even been there. She should have eliminated them. But since she didn't eliminate them because she wanted to not be the stereotypical angry Black girl, they eliminated her. The process of elimination is going to happen no matter what you do, Black women. But reclaim, like, what's that lady name? Reclaim your time. Reclaim it.
Oh, Maxine Waters. I think
Thank you, boo. Reclaim your time. Reclaim it. You ain't got to be loud. You ain't got to be ignorant. You ain't got to be none of that. You ain't got to be like me, because y'all know I'm going to get on here and cuss y'all out. But reclaim your time. Period. Just reclaim it. That's it. That's what Shanquilla was supposed to do. She was supposed to be like, fuck y'all, pay for what? Do what? How, when, where, why? No, I'm that bitch. No, I'm your mother. No. You tell your children when they trying to do something bad. No. Absolutely not. No. She didn't handle her children the way that she was supposed to as a Black woman. And I'm telling you, everybody gonna tell y'all this is wrong. But if you can scientifically prove me wrong, that Black women ain't the mother of the earth, then maybe I'll listen to you. But I ain't never gonna listen to what I'm superior of. I will make proper decisions to deal with you accordingly, just like a mother will. Just like a mother will. But you telling me what to do, we ain't going. And this is Black women's problem. They keep listening to everybody when you already know. Man, y'all better start Sharquisha these motherfuckers.
this
Like,
whole
seriously.
show.
I'm done, Mahogany. I'm done with what I had to say.
Well, this was very powerful, and I appreciate, like I said, everybody for coming through, everybody that joined the panel, including TC. I'm going to end it with you, beautiful ladies. We're going to be seeing each other around on these YouTube streets. I really do appreciate y'all for coming through, and I'll be looking for you guys' point of view on this as we find out more information. But y'all have a good night. Peace and love, everybody. Sleep well. All right, here we go.